The Silent Witness of Venice Chapter 1 The City of Whispers, Venice, a floating maze of secrets silently hidden. Each night, when gondolas rested and murmuring waves kissed the stone bridges, the ancient city breathed a strange, silent sorrow, and in the heart of this city lived a Lara, a painter known for her haunting and lonely portraits. But lately she had been painting a face she did not recognize, a man with pale, silent skin, a shadow around his watching eyes, a look of hunger mixed with deep, endless sadness, a face she had never seen, yet her hands kept recreating it again and again, like a memory she did not own or remember. One night, as the bells of San Marco echoed, she felt someone watching her from the mist-covered canal, and that was the first time she sensed him, the silent witness. Chapter 2 The Unseen Stranger. For days Elora felt his presence on the rooftops, near the bridges, behind narrow alleys. He never approached, yet he never truly ever left. Then one evening, while she painted by warm candlelight, a sudden gust blew open her balcony window wide. The flame flickered, the room darkened, and she saw him standing there, a tall man standing on the opposite old rooftop, completely still, motionless. His eyes glowed softly and faintly like old embers refusing to die, their gazes locked in silent tension. Elora felt no fear inside her, only a strange, deep, haunting familiarity. The man vanished into the mist as silently as he had appeared. But the very next cold morning she found a single black rose on her balcony rail, shining quietly, fresh, cold, completely impossible. Chapter 3 A Name from the Past. Elora, troubled yet deeply intrigued, took the strange rose to Madame Celestina, an elderly fortune teller who had lived in Venice for 8 decades. Celestina froze the moment she saw the dark rose. "This is no ordinary gifted flower," she whispered softly. "This belongs to him, the silent witness, the cursed immortal wandering soul." Elora's heart raced with sudden fear. "Who is he?" she asked quietly. Celestina lit incense, her trembling voice filled with dread. "His name was Lucian Marcellus, a Venetian nobleman cursed 3 centuries ago. He walks eternally inside endless shadow, never speaking ever, never living fully, never truly dying. He appears only to those whose fate is tied completely to his." Elora felt her breath suddenly catch. "Why me? I don't even know him at all." Celestina whispered softly. "You do. Not with human memory but with the calling of soul." Chapter 4 The Painting That Spoke. Late that night, Elora returned home and found her unfinished glowing canvas bathed in moonlight. She gasped softly at the sight. The painting had changed on its own without her. Her brush had never drawn this. Lucian's pale hand, reaching toward her gently, silently, pleading, as though asking for hidden help. A chill crawled up her spine. Suddenly the window creaked in darkness. Lucian stood there on her balcony, closer than ever. A whisper of moonlight fell on his pale face. He looked heartbreakingly beautiful, yet unbearably lost, lonely, silent. For the first time she spoke softly to him. "Why are you haunting me now?" He didn't answer, only stepped closer, eyes soft with centuries of pain. He raised a trembling, fading hand and touched her cold, tender cheek. Cold, so cold. Tears glimmered inside his ancient eyes. He was silent, but his touch said everything clearly. He wasn't haunting her at all. He was simply protecting her soul. Sharp. Chapter 5 The Curse of Blood and Shadows. Lucian could not speak with words, but he called, "Show the truth." That night he led her through narrow Venice corridors until they reached a forgotten courtyard where an ancient dry fountain stood. He placed her hand on stone. A vision flooded her trembling mind. Venice 300 years ago, alive. Lucian as noble warrior of honor, a forbidden love with mortal woman, a jealous sorcerer burning with hatred, a curse cast in violent agony. "You shall see everything forevermore. You shall witness all of time, but you shall never be seen, never be heard." Lucian became an immortal silent shadow, a watcher forever, trapped beyond life. and the woman he loved deeply died in his itching immortal arms. As the vision slowly faded away, Elora collapsed into him, shaking hard. Lucian's eyes shimmered with regret, apology, and endless longing. Elara whispered softly, "You loved her like you've never been loved before." A crack formed across his silent, eternal suffering face. Chapter 6, The Return of the Sorcerer. But not all shadows stay silent. The sorcerer's descendant, Lorenzo Valent, returned to ancient Venice, seeking remaining powers of his ancestor. Cold-hearted and cruel, hungering for magic, he sensed Lucian's awakened presence again. Lorenzo came for Elara before anything, because she was the destined key. She carried same soul as Lucian's lost beloved lover, reborn after centuries. Her painful death was final ingredient for dark ritual of ultimate power. One night, while she peacefully slept, the candles died. A presence lurked inside deep darkness. Elora, a voice hissed through shadows. "You belong to the ancient curse." Before he could touch her body, Lucian appeared fiercely, silent, wild, burning like violent storms. He attacked Lorenzo with supernatural force, forcing him away into fleeing shadows. Elora, shaken, collapsed into Lucian's arms. "You saved me," she whispered, trembling. His fingers slowly traced her face with gentle fear. He would save her again now, and again, always, and forevermore truly. Chapter 7, The Love That Defied Time. Days passed slowly with danger lingering constantly around them. But in darkness, love quietly bloomed. Lucian, though unable to speak words, communicated with soft gestures and touches, sorrow in eyes. He wrote gently on her sketchbook, "You are the first light I'd seen in 300 lonely years." Elara's tears fell silently and heavily. She placed both hands on his cold, fading cheeks. "And you are the first man my heart hears without spoken words." He held her close like she was only warmth left in world. For the first time in centuries, Lucian felt alive. For the first time in life, Elora felt whole. Chapter 8, The Breaking of the Curse. Lorenzo returned with a powerful ritual that could shatter Lucian's immortality forever, but at terrible, deadly, forbidden cost. At the old Fountain of Curse, he trapped Elora inside burning circle of rising flames. "If she dies," Lorenzo laughed cruelly, "I inherit eternal power. Your curse denied me always." Lucian stepped inside the swirling fire without hesitation ever. His skin burned, his immortal body cracked under agony. But he didn't stop even once. He wrapped Elora tight in arms, shielding her fully with immortal flesh. For the first time ever, Lucian spoke loudly, breaking 3 centuries' silence. "Elara," his voice deep, broken, trembling, filled with endless centuries of buried pain. The flames burst outward violently as the curse shattered. The fountain erupted with ancient magic. Lorenzo screamed wildly as magic consumed his entire soul, and then finally silence fell everywhere. Lucian collapsed slowly. Chapter 9, Between Life and Eternity. Elora held Lucian's lifeless, fragile body, crying in terror, "Please don't leave me again ever. Not in this life or another." His skin slowly warmed from cold, his breath faint but truly present. For the first time in centuries, he was mortal, the curse gone forever from him. He slowly opened his tired eyes. "Elora," he whispered, softly, warmly, human. She sobbed hard and held his warm, living face. "You came back to me now." "I never left," he quietly replied. They embraced close as dawn broke over silent Venice, golden sunrise blessing their reborn love. Chapter 10, The Final Witness. Weeks passed peacefully in gentle calm. Lucian learned how to live again, how to sleep, how to laugh, how to feel. And Elora learned to love without fear or shadows. One evening they returned together to the old fountain, place where everything first truly began. Lucian wrapped arms around her gently from behind, warmly. "No more shadows," he whispered softly. "No more curses." Elora leaned into him, breathing deeply. "Just us forever." They walked home under lantern-lit bridges of timeless Venice, two souls finally united after centuries of painful separation. The silent witness was silent no longer ever again. He had been seen by Love. He had been heard by heart. He had been deeply, truly loathed. And he had finally found his forever in her. The end.